The basic story is, if somebody's coming into the ad, just watch the story for a second, right? Because the story is the funnel. So there's little pieces. You got the ad, you have the free gift, and then you have the paid offer. So watch the story, okay? So this is actually a story, okay? You think it's a funnel, it's actually a story that you're telling to bring somebody through the journey. It's like a journey that somebody would go on, and it's a story you're telling. So the story you're telling is, hey, are you waking up in the morning, going to get your cup of coffee, and feeling like you got another busy day, and you're just like, man, my schedule is packed, but at the end of the day, I'm not getting anything done. And man, I sure wish that I could retain these teachers because they're quitting left and right because they don't even feel like they're making a difference. And boy, man, at the end of the year, the school district's going to be up my ass, and I'm going to lose my job. Now, if you're concerned about that, I get it. I've been in education for this many years. I've done whatever your story is, right? And I've helped leaders like you, and I understand what you're facing. So down below is a blueprint. It's called the Leadership Retention Blueprint that's going to help you retain more teachers. Download it right now. Boom, ad, first leg of the journey. Second, boom, right? Second, boom, they come to the ad. They download the thing. Well, they download the thing. They just download the thing. That's a free gift. So they go to the second part of the page, and they land on that page. It's like, okay, great. The Leadership Retention Blueprint for Superintendents, okay? And on the headline it says, how to retain more of your teachers so that you can be a hero in the school district and actually do something that matters in your job. And boom, they download it. And then they land on the actual sales page, and on the sales page it says, congratulations, you've now downloaded the Leadership Retention Blueprint. Congratulations. The big question that superintendents have on their mind right now is, man, I want to wake up in the morning productive, and I want to help the bottom line of the school district so they're not losing money. And at the end of the day, we're actually helping students because we have great teachers. Well, down below, I will help you answer that question with Module 1, which I'm going to give you the expanded version of retention in being a great leader. Number 2, I'm going to help you wake up and manage your day to absolute productivity because I've done this with teachers all around the world and principals all around the world. And number 3, I'm going to help you be an incredible leader to the teachers so the teachers are fulfilled and inspired. And number 4, I'm going to show you a few models of how we help the bottom line of other school districts, and you can go to your school district and say, I'm going to save you a bunch of money. If you want this training right now, you should click right here. These 4 modules will help you take the step and get on the journey of being the superintendent you always dreamed of being an absolute leader and crushing it because you know deep down inside you have more in you, you have more potential, and it's not just about holding on to your job, it's about doing your job, being fulfilled in your job, having your teachers fulfilled, having your kids fulfill your dreams, at the end of the day, being the leader you know yourself to be. Boom! There's your funnel. And that's paid product right there. Okay? That's your entire funnel. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then they buy the paid offer, and it's like, congratulations. Now that you've purchased the XYZ offer, what I'd like to offer up to you right now is a free strategy session for superintendents who want to retain more teachers, be more fulfilled in their job, and also help the district's bottom line.
All right, quick pause. So if you're liking this and you want help applying it to your business, just click the link down below and you can book a free strategy call with one of my consultants. And these exact systems I'm sharing with you today, we've helped thousands apply them to their business. Let's get back to it.
If that's you, click a free strategy session with me right now, and everything that you just purchased, I will help you start executing and implementing it for free. Boom. That's the free coaching page. Funnel designed. There it is, okay? And now you got to go do is go put it in the thing with our team and launch your ads, okay? Only thing you need to do, your ad's even written. You don't even need to do a video ad. You can literally just take the text that I did, write it, put an image up, and then have my team just do the rest with you, okay? So you should be launched in the next 30 days because I just took out 3-4 months of work. So that's it. That's how a funnel is done. So these are the types of things that, like, when you get this right at the beginning, starting at the top, the ad, but it really starts back here because this is the message, right here. So who are we working with, right? And you come up with a general thing, and then you go all the way down. You funnel down your message so it gets more specific because you're telling the story, but the only way you can tell a story, like, you can't tell a story unless there's a main character in the story. So the main character in the story is the ideal client. And now you're telling the story. Doesn't this feel better? It's not a funnel, but you're telling a story. Does it make it more havable? Yeah? Right? You're literally just telling a story. and going like, okay, I'm communicating to this person in their journey of what it would be like to go through this transformation, and then you're just putting it in a bunch of boxes and putting it up online. So like that's how you do it. And if you do the story right, because here's the thing about doing this stuff, like it's when you start getting into the too much thinking on this, right? It's like you can sit there in hours and be like a marketer and go blah 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 blah. But if you're like a speaker and you're a presenter like we all are here, this should be easier for you. And this is the counterintuitive thing, right? Most people go, I'm not a marketer, blah, blah, blah. But if you're a speaker and you know how to communicate to people, this should be easier than a marketer because you're actually thinking in the intelligent way that this is a person, it's not a funnel. And you're thinking in the intelligent way that I want to help this person on their journey, so how do I communicate to somebody I want to help? Is that a lot better than like, UFO funnels and click this and metrics and all that?
Yeah.
It's a hell of a lot better. And that's really what it is, right? When you talk about the journey of a customer, you just call it the story of a customer. What story am I telling them? What story am I taking them on? What journey am I going on with them? And how do I bring them into that to meet them at the beginning of the story where they have their problem and they're about to go on the hero's journey? And they're faced with a problem and they got the big whatever, the big antagonist staring right at them. The antagonist is this person waking up in the morning going, God, I got this busy schedule, and I got meetings, I can't get anything done. So he's faced with the heroic journey. How am I going to accomplish it? And I know I have this potential inside me, and he's going to search for the answers. So all of a sudden you identify with his problem in the ad. So he's like, yeah, that's what the hero's there. He's got this big problem. He's waking up. His problem's smushed right in his face. So you're taking him through there. He's like, God, yes, you're with me on the journey. Thank you. And you're identifying with him and you're understanding him or her. And you're going through the journey. And all of a sudden he's like, yes, finally somebody gets me. And then he's like, but you understand me, but how are you going to help me? He's like, I'll go on the next leg of the journey with you if you show me there's some way you can help me. Like, I ain't jumping over the damn freaking canyon unless you show me that there's something on the other side. So you go, great, click here, because you don't have to have this problem, but you can get this great thing on retaining teachers and retaining principals as a superintendent, and get the leadership retention blueprint right now, because this will solve your first problem of why teachers are leaving. He's like, yes, I'll step out like Indiana Jones, right? Like Faith stepped out and then the thing lands there, right? Nobody ever saw that, huh? Okay. So you do that thing, and then with Faith, he steps out and he takes the first step. And he's like, yes, and then you're probably the big question you have right now. Everybody's seen the Indiana Jones thing where he like steps out with Faith, like the bricks have to appear so he crosses the thing. You know what I'm talking about, right? And he steps, right? He takes the first step of faith, like the Holy Grail and shit, right? And so he steps, and then the path appears, and then he wants to take the next step. The big question you're asking now is, there going to be another step, or am I going to fall through the floor, right? Well, that's the ad. The big question you're asking right now is, oh my God, like, can I really retain more teachers, right? And can I actually be more productive, right? And can I actually help kids, right? Well, if you want to do it, you're almost across the thing. You just got to take out your wallet and pay $37 now, and I'll give you the Holy fucking Grail. And he does, and he takes down. You go, one more. Oh shit, I lied. You got one more. You got to get a free coaching session too, because then I can help you get across the next canyon. And then he gets on the free coaching session. He's on the other side. He's like, whew, I made it. So that's the journey, yeah. And that's all it is. That's a funnel. Is that a funnel or was that a funnel, guys?
That's a funnel.
That's a funnel, huh? So that's actually what you're doing, and I guarantee you've never had it explained like that before, have you? Never, ever, ever. That's what it is. And that's actually what you're doing. And if you look at this, you can actually go, now, for the first time, I can actually do this thing. All right? Because you got to tell the story. You got to know the story. Now, if you don't know the story, then all the other stuff we help you do doesn't matter, because if you set up a path, right, that it doesn't, like, there's no story that takes them across to the other side, then your path, like, from the beginning of the funnel or the story, it looks like there's a step here, and then there's a step here, and then there's one over here, but he wants to go there. So if there's no great story, you just take them sideways, and that's why they don't buy. So that's why you have to get that right. And then once you get that right, it's like all the steps of the story are actually the little pieces of the funnel. Like one step is the ad, right? It's a part of the story. The next step is the free gift. Next step is the paid offer. Next step is the free coaching session, right? And now you've got a potential customer.
So if you're serious about scaling your business online and you want help with my one-to-many selling method to sell on podcasts or webinars or virtual stages or in person, then click the link down below and book a free strategy call. My coaches will help you implement it. We've worked with over 30,000 businesses on these very same strategies. Click it down below and go book. See you soon.